Hi students, this is Tirumala Max YouTube channel. 10th standard social science la previous public exam question and answers இதுல August 2022 இந்த வீடியோல நம்ம பார்க்கலாம். Let us go to the video now. 10th standard study plan முயற்சி plus பயிற்சி which is equal to வெற்றி. I always say that முயற்சியும் பயிற்சி இருந்தா தான் you'll be able to get a வெற்றி, my dear children. So unless you have a முயற்சி and பயிற்சி you'll not be able to get வெற்றி. இந்த தேர்வு என் வாழ்க்கையின் சிறந்த தேர்வாக இருக்கும் என்று எண்ணி ஒவ்வொரு தேர்வையும் எழுது. Make a habit to think that every exam will be the best of your life. Your journey towards your dream has just begun, so please make note of that and read your exams and subjects accordingly, my dear children. So let us go to the question paper number 8, August 2022. So one word questions. So who initiated the formation of League of Nations? Woodrow Wilson தான் அவர் இது பண்ணது. Who issued the திருச்சிராப்பள்ளி proclamation of independence? அது யாருன்னா மருத brothers. Next, what was the context in which the Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act was passed? Coal revolt. Next, Dash established a full-fledged printing press in 1709 at Tranquebar. இந்த எப்போனா அது Zihan Balk. Then Locarno Treaty was signed in the year 1925. Then Pulicat Lake is located between the states of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Then after that, Dash is the line joining the place of equal rainfall, Iso Heights. Then Dash is called the granary of Tamil Nadu, that is called as Tanjavur. Which of the following passes is not located in the western Ghats of Tamil Nadu? So Borghat. Then the scientific study of different aspects of population is called a demography. Then next one, which of the following sequences right regarding the preamble? That is the last one is sovereign, socialist and secular and democratic republic. Then comes to the state council of ministers headed by the chief minister. Then dash is the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth, nutrition. Primary sector consists of agriculture. Let us go to the 2-mark question now. So how are the peasants uprisings in British India classified? The peasants uprisings in British India are classified into restorative rebellions, religious movement, social banditry, mass insurrection. Name the countries in triple entente: Britain, France and Russia. What is Purna Samaj? Purna Swaraj is the complete independence. Some congressmen were not satisfied with dominion status and wanted to demand complete independence. Next, go to 18th question. What were the duties of Palekaras? The Palekaras were free to collect revenue, administer territory, settle disputes, maintain law and order. What do you know of the White Terror in Indochina? In 1929, the Vietnamese soldiers mutinied and there was a failed attempt to assassinate the French Governor General. This was followed by a large-scale peasants' revolt led by the communists. The revolt was crushed, followed by what it is called as White Terror. Thousands of rebels were killed. Give the importance of IST. So IST ஓடது என்னன்னா, in order to avoid the differences in time throughout the India, IST is followed. IST means Indian Standard Time. It is calculated at 82 1 by 2 degree E longitude. Meridian of IST pass through Mirzapur. Let's go to the next one. Agriculture. Define agriculture. Agriculture is the process of producing food for people, fodder for cattle, fiber and many other desired products by the cultivation of certain plants and the raising of domesticated animals. Name the tributaries: Karayar, Servalar, Manimuttar, Kadanandadi, Pachayar, Chittar and Ramanadi are the main tributaries. Name the important multi-purpose projects: Metro Dam, Bhavanisagar Dam, Amaravati Dam, Krishnagiri Dam, Satanur Dam, Mullai Periyar Dam, Vaihai Dam, Manimuttar Dam, Pabanasam Dam and Parambikulam Aliyar Dam. Next, 24th. What are the classical languages in India? So far 6 languages are granted the classical languages, namely Tamil, Sanskrit, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam and Odia. What are the basic 3 components of food and nutrition security? Availability of food, access to food and absorption of food. Write short note on goods and tax, service tax. The goods and service tax is one of the indirect taxes. The GST was passed in Parliament on 29th March 2017. The act came into effect on 1st July 2017. The motto is One Nation, One Market, and One Tax. What is meant by an industrial cluster? Industrial cluster are a group of firms in a defined geographic area that share common markets, technologies, and skill requirements. The advantages of industrial cluster or districts was first observed by Alfred Marshall in the 1920s. Next, list any four guiding principle of Panchashil. Mutual respect of each other territorial integrity and sovereignty, mutual non-aggression, mutual non-interference, equality and non-cooperation of cooperation for mutual benefit, peaceful coexistence. Let us go to the next. That is 29th, fill in the blanks. Kattaboman was hanged to death but Kayatar. Dash established Congress Radio na Usha Mehta. The plateau which lies between Nilgiris and Dharmaburi on the Coimbatore Plateau. Satnur Dam is constructed across the river Tenpennai. Secondary sector is otherwise called as the industrial sector. Then goes to 30th question. Belur revolt in 1806. So with the suppression of Kattaboman and Marudu brothers, according to treaty, the Nawab was to cede the districts of North Arcot, South Arcot, Tiruchirappalli, Madurai, and Tirunelveli. Grievances that dispossessed the little kings and feudal chieftains continued to deliberate the future course of action. The sepoys in the British Indian Army resented over low salary and poor promotion. The English Army officials scant respect for the social and religious sentiments of the Indian sepoys. New experiment in land tenures caused unsettled conditions and famine in 1805. The most opportune situation came with the sons and the family members of Tipu being interned in Velur fort. Let's go to the next one. 31st question. Analyze the effects of World War. Effects of World War, new geopolitical alignment, power proliferation, international agencies. ஸோ அதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அதில் ஆன்டி கம்யூனிஸ்ட் ஐடியாலஜி, அப்புறம் யூரோப் டிவைட் இன்ட்டு டூ என்னென்னா கம்யூனிஸ்ட்டு நான் கம்யூனிஸ்ட்டு. நியூக்ளியர் proliferationனா யுனைடெட் நேஷன்ஸ் and the Soviet Union entered into race to have more nuclear powered weapons. They built a large stockpile of such weapons. The United Nations, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund came into existence between a forum for countries large and small. Colonial powers were forced to give independence to former colonies in the process of decolonization. India was the first to achieve independence. Critically examine the civil disobedience movement as a typical exam for Gandhian movement, Salt Satyagraha movement. A chartered of demands presented to the Viceroy Lord Irwin with ultimatum to company by 31st January 1930. Introduction of total prohibition, reduction of expenditure, release of all political leaders, reduction of land revenue, abolition of salt tax. Gandhi launched their civil disobedience movement. Salt was an issue which was affected every section of the society. Let us go to the next question, 33. What is urbanization? Explain its problem. Urbanization என்னன்னா urbanization of society transformation from rural to urban. அதில் என்னென்ன Goa the most urbanized state, Himachal Pradesh is the least urbanized state. Among union territories, Delhi is the most urbanized region, followed by Chandigarh. Impact of urbanization. Urbanization and population concentration go hand in hand and were closely related to each other. Rural to urban migration leads to population explosion in urban areas. Metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Calcutta, and Delhi have more population than can accommodate. Next one, 34th question. Explain the division of Himalayas and its importance. The greater Himalayas, the lesser Himalayas, the Sivaliks. Greater Himalayas பற்றி படிக்கணும், then lesser Himalayas பற்றி சொல்லணும், then and Shivaliks பற்றி நம்ம எழுதணும். Next, distinguish between marine fishing and inland fishing. It includes coastal, offshore, and deep sea fisheries mainly on the continental shelves. Kerala leads in the marine fish production in India. Rivers, lakes, canals, reservoirs, ponds, and etc. are the freshwater fisheries. Andhra Pradesh leads in inland fishing in India. Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghats forms the western edge of the peninsular plateau. Next one. Explain the salient features of the Constitution. It is the lengthiest of all the written Constitution of the world. It has borrowed most of the provisions from the Constitution of various countries. It is partly rights and partly flexible. It establishes a federal system of government. It makes India a secular state. It provides leadership and citizenship. Next, India foreign policy has always regarded the concept of a neighborhood as a widening of concentric circles. India gives political and diplomatic priority to her immediate neighbors and Indian Ocean, such as Maldives. The centrality of neighbors in India's foreign policy stems from the clear understanding that a peaceful property is essential for India. So, greater connectivity and integration is provided so as to improve the free flow of goods, people, energy, capital, and information. Discuss the core determinants of India's foreign policy: preservation of national interest, achievement of world peace, disarmament, fostering cordial relations with other countries, solving conflicts by peaceful means, independence of thought and action as per the principle of NAM, equality in conducting international relations, anti-colonialism and anti-imperialism and anti-racism. Methods of GDP calculating. So expenditure method, income approach, value added approach. So அதன் எல்லாத்தையும் படிக்கணும். Then elaborate the public distribution system. PDS ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க அதுக்கு பேரு. The increase in food grain need not result in increase in access to food to all. The nature, scoping and functional PDS vary state from state. Under universal PDS, all the ration card holders are entitled to supplies from PDS. Both the union and the state government subsidized the supplies distributed through PDS. Let's go to the timeline. 41st question. So 1930 50 கேட்டிருக்காங்க. So that means civil disobedience movement வந்து 1930, Pune Pact வந்து 1932, and then 1935 is Government of India Act, and Quit India movement is 1942, and India got freedom is 1947. And let us go to the map of India. Meerut, then Chowri Chowra, Calcutta, Dundee, and Bombay. Let us go to the next one. Highlight the tragic fall of Sivagangai and its outcome. ஃபால் ஆஃப் சிவகங்கை அதோட அவுட்கம் ஒரு 5 பாயிண்ட்டு இதில் ஒரு 4 பாயிண்ட்டு நீங்கள் எதுனா போதும், உங்களுக்கு 8 மார்க் போட்டுருவாங்க. How did the people of Bengal respond to the partition of Bengal? So led to widespread protest across India. Idea of partition was devised into suppress the political activities. With the failure to annul the partition movement, rethink the strategy beat British goods. The moderators are very much against the utilizing the campaign. The militant nation was very in favor of extending the movement. Then goes to the 44th question. Thar Desert, Mount Everest, tea growing country கட்டிருக்காங்க. நார்த் ஈஸ்ட் மான்சூனு, அப்புறம் கோல் ப்ரொடியூசிங் ஏரியா கொச்சின், மலபார் கோஸ்ட், கல்ஃப் ஆஃப் கும்பெட். நெக்ஸ்ட் காஃபி growing country, Severian Hills, எண்ணூர் போர்ட், automobile industry, mangrove forest, தஞ்சாவூர், வைகை டேம் and கன்னியாகுமரி. With this, I hope in the video உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சிருக்கும். Please subscribe to Thrillmax YouTube channel and forward to your friends also about this channel. When I wish you all success in your examination. Stay tuned for more exam updates. Thank you so much, my dear children. Take care. Subscribe to Thrillmax for more exam updates.